Hello, amazing artists. It's so awesome to see you today. Oh my goodness, I had so much fun doing the St. Basil's Cathedral and the making my own paint. I hope you had fun too. If not, if you didn't get to do it yet, go back and do it. It was super fun. You can use that paint on lots of things. Today, we're still in Russia, and you know what's there? Cold. It's cold. So you know what animals? Polar bears. I love polar bears. They are so cool, except they're very fierce. So sometimes we can get a little bit fooled by how cute and cuddly they look, but they're quite fierce predators. But they do live way up north, and Russia has a whole lot of really cold areas. Now, so we're going to draw a polar bear today, and I'm going to show you 3 different ways to do it. And if you have black paper, that would be great, because did you know that polar bear's skin is black? I bet you've heard that before. Lots of people have heard it before, and then some it might be new. Well, it's not really like black, it's more of like a grayish black, but it's darker, and it's because it lets the sun get absorbed into their skin. It helps to keep them warmer, because like I said, they live up where it is really cold. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna work on black paper. Now, let's say you don't have black paper at home, okay? You can either work on brown paper if you want with the same techniques, and if you don't have that, how about have you eaten a box of cereal or some mac and cheese or something? I love boxes. This is my favorite cereal. Inside, there's a great piece of paper. Can y'all see? It's kind of brown in there. I haven't broken this one up yet, but you could draw on the brown paper inside your cereal box or inside any kind of box that you have. So that's great. Don't forget about that, guys. That is some good paper that you should be using so that we don't waste it, because we like to recycle everything. We like to save the trees, and hey, it's a great color. Now, at the end, I'm also going to show you how to do this on white paper, and we'll just do it in the reverse in case you don't have black paper or you don't feel like doing it on a cereal box or something. So don't worry, I've got 3 different ways. But let's look down, and the first thing, I've got a piece of black paper. Now, on that black paper, did you know that white crayons show up? This is a construction paper crayon, and this is a regular crayon. See how the wrappers are different? But they both work equally well on black paper. Did you know that I found this in my studio? It's a gel marker, and it works great on black paper. It shows up beautifully. And you might have a white colored pencil. That will show up great on black paper. Chalk. Plain old chalk. This is a soft pastel, but it's like a chalk pastel. If you have white chalk, maybe even with your sidewalk chalk or just chalkboard chalk, if you have some, that works great on dark paper. And an oil pastel works beautifully on dark paper. So I brought all of these out because you know what? Any of them will work. Just pick one that you have at home if you have some black paper, okay? And if you don't, then just hang tight, because we're going to do the same thing on white paper, and we're going to draw our polar bear with black crayon on white paper. Let's see, if you watch, we can start and make our polar bear on black paper with white crayon. Now, step number 1 is take a regular pencil, and we're going to make a shape. It kind of starts off the edge, and it just goes up, not quite to the top. We got to save room for the ears, and then back down. Can you see that okay? I tell you what, I'll go ahead and skip ahead to the crayon part so you can see my line a little better, and it'll show up. You don't have to trace it right away if you don't want, unless you can't see very well. But there's our little guy. Actually, I'll just go straight with the crayon. The next step is, and you can go straight with the crayon, or you can start with pencil. The next step is some ears. So we're going to put a little ear. Now, sometimes people make polar bear ears really big, but they're actually kind of small. They're not super big. And they've got a little bit on the inside. Now, he's got some little feet on the bottom. And I'm gonna put some little finger, what do you call those? They go between his little claws to kind of separate his little paws. So he's got little paws with little claws down there. He's kind of holding on, isn't he? Now, the next part, he's got a big nose. It's not really that big in real life, but I like to kind of exaggerate things a bit. So I'm gonna give my polar bear a big nose, and it's gonna come down a little bit and be about right here and around, and it's kind of like a triangle with rounded corners. Do you see that? So make yourself a triangle shape, but round those corners just a bit if you can. Now, the sides of his nose go up. They can go straight up, but I'm gonna curve mine in just a bit, not a lot, just a bit. Up like that and up like that. Do you see? And then I'm gonna attach the corner of my eye right there. And that eye is the shape of a lemon or a football, right? If you're feeling advanced and a little fancy, I like to give a double line on the top of my eyes. I think he looks good. Now you can leave him like that, or you can give him a little smile. I'm gonna pull a little line down. I'm gonna give mine a little smile. My little bear's feeling happy. Oh, look, it's a crooked smile. I like it. He's a happy little guy. He's smiling kind of crooked. Now, the next step is the hair. Now look at this guy. Can you see? Let me put it right here for you guys to see from above. We're gonna start making hair shapes. Not shapes, but hair lines. And we're gonna grow them in the direction that the hair would be flowing on the bear. So we're gonna start right here at the nose, and we're gonna go in an upward way. Now, don't stress too much. This is pretty easy. We're gonna start right here and just make a row of lines. See that? Then another row. Okay, then another row. And right up the middle just a little bit. Now, do you see how I skipped some there? That's because when we get to that part, we're gonna start fanning it out like that. So watch this. Now we're gonna kind of put them that way. Can y'all see that? See how I'm kind of starting to fan them out? Now, at the top, let's let that hair stick out over that line. Kind of keep going in that way. See how that's going out over? Okay? Now, down the side, we're just gonna keep going and go over that line so he looks like he's a fuzzy wuzzy bear. Same over here, just down that side. Now, I'm gonna leave my little paws and I'm gonna leave my nose black. And then right around here, around this part of his little face, I'm gonna leave it a little dark right there. I'm gonna come down the side of that nose, do you see? And come down like that. And I'm gonna come down the side of this nose like that and come down just under his mouth so I can kind of see. Can y'all see that? Looks like he's got a beard right now, doesn't it? Come out under his eyes and then just keep going in that same direction. Keep moving those little bitty ones. Try to keep your little strokes small and overlap them. And there he's filling in with all that hair. Now we're to the middle. We're gonna go straight down just like we did at the top and then fan out to the side a little, okay? And then we're gonna fill in the other side. Same way. This is gonna be noisy, isn't it? I'm sorry, I'm sure it's noisy. Let me see if I can make it a little quieter for you. Nope, I can't. I'm just a noisy girl. I've been noisy my whole life. My family used to drive them crazy. Did you know even though I'm the mom, I still drive everybody crazy because I'm so noisy? Oh well. Some of us are just born noisier than others. It's okay. There, look how cute he looks. Now, we gotta do his ears, right? So same way, we're gonna come up from the middle and make a row like that, like we're making sunshine coming around, okay? Then another row. And then another one where we're gonna go out over the edge to make it look fuzzy. Just keep on coming around that ear. Just keep filling it in. Cute! Now, you're gonna do the other. I'm gonna go kind of quick and I'll probably speed this up a little bit for you because I've learned how to do that now. And that way you won't get bored having to watch me do this whole crazy bear. But look at that. He's cute. I'm gonna color my paws in just a little. I didn't do that on the other one, but I'm going to color him in just a bit because his paws are white too, aren't they? You can see on my first one that I made, I didn't color him in, and that's kind of cute too. I'm going to give him some eyes. You guys know what's my favorite color. It's turquoise. So I'm going to put some turquoise eyes. Now notice I'm going to leave a little shine in the middle. Remember, that's where the light reflects. So there's always a little spot. So I like to swirl around the outside, and then I leave a little spot where the light's reflecting. Now, since I happen to have a white colored pencil here, I'm going to go ahead and make that little shine white. Now you can leave it black. Look, I left it black on this one. It's still cute. I made it white on this one. You can do however you like. But that is the way that you can make a black polar bear a white polar bear on black paper. Now let's say that you really like this guy, but you didn't have a crayon or a colored pencil, and you had chalk. Same thing. I'm going to go fast now. Whoa, there's my head. There's my ear. Here's my nose, going up, up. It's got some paws. This goes exactly the same way. And you can even smear that one a little. Do you see how you can smear it? Oh, we forgot to give him a smile. See how when you come down with the chalk, you just keep on coming around just like I did, and you can kind of smear that one a little if you're using chalk or soft pastel. So I'm going to leave that one like that, and if you want to make your bear that way, you can. The other thing I wanted to show you is I was surprised. These are called gel markers. I didn't even know I had them. Doesn't look like much when you first make your mark, but look how it does after it dries a little. Look, it's almost like it's magic and it comes to life. See, it takes it a minute. I went off the page on that one. Guess what? It's still cute. I'm gonna go ahead and finish. Oh, giant nose. I like it. He's cute and happy, isn't he? Aw, now look, it's still coming to life there, but the same thing. You'll just keep on doing your fur. Just like we did on the other one, okay? So if you have one of those, have fun playing with that. And that just shows you a different way to make your marks. Now, I know that some of you don't have black paper, so I got to thinking we could do the exact same thing on white paper. And if that's the case, to make it show up, what do we need? A black crayon or a black magic marker, okay? Anything will do. So anything that'll show up, same thing. We're gonna start. Oh, you wanna know something cool with this one? Here's how he looks. I made him earlier. I did not trace my line around the edge with the black first. What I did with this one was, I started right here on the side, and I drew it up with pencil and came off. Then I gave myself a little ear. Okay? Then I traced my ears, and I gave them the middle part. I traced that ear, gave it the middle part, and I colored that middle part in a little bit when I did it this way. I just thought it'd be fun. Now, I went ahead and gave myself a big old giant triangle that's kind of rounded. Came up, gave myself those lemon-shaped eyes or footballs, okay? I gave myself that double top line, and then I gave myself a black around the eye and left a shine. Colored around, left myself a shine. Now, oh, don't forget that. My bear's happy. He's got feet, he's got claws. And when it's time to do the hair on this guy, I'm not gonna draw that line first. I'm just gonna keep on going. Notice how it's straight up here, just like before, and I just keep it coming all the way down. He looks kind of like a little groundhog right now, doesn't he? Because it's not quite what a polar bear looks like, because we're making the fur black, but we're having to let it show. But same thing, just go with a row Then go with another row, and another row, and another row, straight up the middle. And then what are we doing? We're gonna curve like that to get our fur to start moving in an outward direction, right? Just like before. Now on this guy, because your paper's not black, you're gonna wanna color your nose black. So take your time and color your little nose in. I'm probably shaking the camera because my table's wiggly. I finally got a new table, so hopefully by the next video, it won't be so wiggly. So there's our little guy. Now I'm not gonna finish so you don't get bored, and I'll show you this one instead. But here's your choice. You've got that one or the other one. Now, if you really wanna do yours on black and you don't have black paper, I experimented. I told you experimentation is what art's about. So I colored black crayon, and then I tried to see if white crayon would show up on top. Guess what? No go, didn't work. I tried that, didn't work. Tried that, didn't work. Didn't try that. Doesn't really work. So that doesn't work. Then I tried coloring it with the black magic marker, and that worked a little bit. Not so much with the pencil, it showed up some, but the trick is you have to let it dry really well first, okay? Because if the paper's still a little wet from markers, then it doesn't work so well. But what I found worked great was oil pastel and the white crayon worked okay, not great. Colored pencil worked better, okay? So if you want to do it that way, then what I suggest is, and I wouldn't do it very big, because what happens when you try to draw something really big with the black magic marker? Sometimes it's not so juicy, right, and it dries out. So I drew my bear little. And look, I left a little white line around his nose. I did that so it would show up, because sometimes a black on black just not going to show up very well. And if that's what you want to do, then you're going to come in with your colored pencil, and you can do it just the same way and get your fur coming like that. So if you really want to do your guy this way, or if you have oil pastel, that looks really good. You can come in like that. And you got to go just a little. You can make it as big as you want. I just figured it would probably be easier if I made him smaller, because I didn't want my black marker was about to run out of juice, to be honest. And I figure that happens a lot. And if we don't have a backup, it can be annoying. So you can keep coloring yours like that if you want. So there's 3 different ways where you can start with marker. It shows up an awful lot of black on that one. I think this one and this one are my favorites. So this is what I suggest you do. If you have black paper and any of these white mark making tools, do him this way. If you don't, then just use any white paper that you have and use a black crayon or a black marker or pencil or anything, and it works out great. And if you don't have either of those guys, then just take your cereal box, open it up, or whatever kind of box of food stuff, and use the inside of that with whatever kind of tool you have to make your marks with. I sure hope you had fun today. I love polar bears. Also, if you haven't downloaded all your information yet from back when we did the Fabergé eggs, that day when we first started Russia, I gave you a lot of information about Russia, different things about that country, and I gave you some how to draw sheets. And a full polar bear is in that PDF that you can download at the bottom of the page. So if you want to open up that and learn how to draw the whole polar bear body from the side, that's there as well. Okay, and I think I also did like a sea otter, because they have those too. I've had so much fun with you today. Now Thursday, we're gonna do something else, so come back and you have a fabulous day, and please keep drawing. Draw something every day. Goodbye, artists. I'll see you later. Take care.